I viewed 5 flats in Chiswick for a client with a budget between £2,000 and £2,300 a month. She wanted somewhere spacious, modern, and close to a tube station. One flat ticked every box. Another was finished to an even higher standard, but had one problem that ruled it out straight away. But we ended up finding the one that worked for her. We're starting the day in East Chiswick, an 11-minute walk from Gunnersbury Station. It's an unfurnished flat on the top floor of this small building located on a quiet street, and it has 2 bedrooms. Right by the entrance door, there is a big cupboard with lots of space for storage. And then here's the bedroom, which is an okay size but nothing crazy. It fits a double bed, plus bedside tables and storage. The side of the walls are slightly angled because it is on the top floor, which might give the flat a smaller feel. But in terms of actual space, it's decent. Then there is the second bedroom or office space. It wasn't something that my client needed, but it's a nice bonus. The bathroom is very spacious. There is a bath, a large mirror, and a shelf to put your stuff. That's where the water heater is, with extra storage space. Here's the living room with the kitchen, which is not actually separated, but it's still its own space. You're not cooking from your sofa, as we can sometimes see with open-plan kitchens. Here there is lots of storage, plenty of countertop space and a window, as well as an integrated full-size fridge and a dishwasher. There is also a communal garden with bike storage and an allocating parking space included. This flat was listed at £2,000 a month and it ticked all my clients' boxes. Spacious, modern, 10-minute walk from a tube station and unfurnished. The second bedroom wasn't required, but it was a nice bonus in this budget. That was a strong start of the day, but I had a lot more to see. The next one was on the same street, but the standard was clearly different. This one also has 2 bedrooms, but it was listed at £2,300 a month. It's on the second floor with a lift, so that's a plus. When you get in, there is the first bedroom or office space. I couldn't actually walk in the room because the tenants' belongings were in the way and I didn't feel comfortable touching them, but it is an okay size. Then here's the bathroom, which is much smaller than in the previous flat with a tiny sink, but on the bright side there is a bath and a window. The kitchen is also much smaller than the one before, although there is a window, but there isn't a lot of storage. The living room is spacious and there is actually potential once it's emptied. No hardwood floor here though, but I do like the big windows. And this is the main bedroom, which is spacious and has 2 windows on 2 different walls, so that's good. Heating and hot water are included in the rent here, so it is a cool bonus that will decrease your energy bills. But even with that, it's £700 more than the previous flat for much lower quality. I thought it was too expensive, and I actually received a notification weeks later to say that the price had been reduced. There was an odd layout and it was dated and just not up to the standard compared to the other ones I had seen. So this was a pass because it was too expensive for the condition. The next one was cheaper and closer to the station, but it also came with a compromise. Here we have a good sized hallway with space to leave your shoes. Then the kitchen, which is an okay size with an integrated fridge, a bit of countertop space and a good amount of storage. It's not super modern though, and there is no hardwood floor here, it's carpeted everywhere. There is a very spacious living room, which could look great with some redecoration and furniture that actually match the space. But here there is a balcony, so that's a plus. Then a big integrated closet for storage. The bathroom is quite dated, although it is in an okay condition. And this is the bedroom, which is a good size. I think the layout would work better with the bed moved this way, but there is enough space to do that, and there is also integrated storage. This flat was listed at £2,100 a month, and there was a parking space included as well. And it is a 9-minute walk from a tube station. Overall it was decent, but I had seen better options and the carpet was an issue, so that was a pass. The next one had the best finish I had ever seen, but it also had a big deal breaker for my client. And if you're relocating to London, I'd love to help with your flat search. You can book a free call with me using the link below. So this flat is listed at £2,250 a month and it is a 2-minute walk from Chiswick train station. Although if you want a tube specifically, it would be a 23-minute walk. The area is extremely quiet. It's a residential neighborhood right by the park and on a dead end. I was actually the first one to see it. It is absolutely impeccable and it has been redone to a very high standard. There is a big closet in the hallway, perfect for coats. Then on the left, the bedroom with a little desk, a double bed and a big wardrobe. The kitchen is great, super high quality. You can see the exposed brick on the wall, which is really nice. Lots of storage, cupboards and countertop space. Another closet where everything has been thought through, so this would be perfect for shoes. The bathroom looks absolutely impeccable as well. Fully tiled, high quality fixtures and sink, lots of storage, absolutely outstanding. And this is the reception room, which is also a very good size. There is space for a sofa and a couple of armchairs, as well as a dining table on the other side. And there is also a nice hardwood floor. The only downside of this place is that it was a ground floor, which ended up being a deal breaker for my client. But if that doesn't bother you, this is an incredible flat. So having to walk away from this beautiful place wasn't easy. The next one needed to deliver even more value to win my client's heart. Let's get into it. When you get in, there is this little hallway where there isn't a lot of storage, but there is a bit of space for shoes. Then there is the kitchen, which is open plan. There is a decent amount of storage, a dishwasher and a full-size fridge. Then on that side, the living room, which is very bright. There are windows on 2 walls and we are facing the back of the building, so even though we are on a main road, it's not noisy at all. There's also a hardwood floor in the reception room and hallway, so that's a plus. Then this is the bathroom, which is super spacious. There is quite a lot of stuff in there at the moment, but we need to look past that and imagine what it would look like empty. There is a bath and then the water heater cupboard with extra storage. Here's the bedroom, which is very spacious. There is space for plenty of storage and a double bed. And this is also facing the back of the building, so it's quiet. This flat was on the second floor with no lift. It was in a modern building, the flat was very bright and in good condition. The living room and kitchen were on the smaller side, but the bathroom and bedroom were very spacious. And it came with an allocating parking space here as well. It was listed at £2,000 a month and it was a short walk from Chiswick Park Station, which was a main criteria for my client. So location, tick. Walking distance to public transport, tick. Modern, tick. Quiet, tick. Price, tick. This is a great deal for the location and price, and that was my final recommendation. This was the best fit because it met my client's most important criteria. That flat was the most outstanding, but this one was the better fit for my client. We put an offer on this flat, which was accepted. And if you want to see how this search started, click here to see 4 flats in Hammersmith that I rejected, all for a different reason.